Can we pull up? I know this could be a tough find, but Gary. I'm thinking Larry Sanders. Gary on the green room going at it with Bo Burnham.
It's pretty funny. They're both
with Bo Burnham?
They kind of got into it a little bit.
Kind of getting a little squabble, but they're both funny, and it's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to take some whittling down because that's a long clip, but...
Yeah, this looks like it's just Bo.
I think it's right out of the gate. This show was amazing, by the way.
It was a good show.
It was like tough crowd, but...
He shouldn't be able to talk before him.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lineup.
Fair point.
I'm of the...
He's like 22 here.
So
God, he's so young in this.
Wonder for all of you.
Here we go.
Who are you?
So that gets to the fun laugh. Young guy with this. See, Shandling's, he's locking and loading.
No, that's him respecting the joke. Absolutely, that's him respecting the joke.
Hold on.
It's so good.
See?
It's so good because it's so mutual.
The delivery was so perfect. I mean,
Dude,
that was
he's amazing.
Jedi shit.
He would work on stuff for a bit also, like Gary.
I don't know if we needed that part. I don't know if we needed the guns.
But that's amazing. That's them playing with each other.
Yeah, I love that scene. The whole episode's great.
So funny. Larry Sanders, I think, is the best comedy ever made.
I watch it so much.
It's perfect.
Any
and it makes
that starts with Hank.
Oh my God.
Hey now.
Hank Kingsley is There's this scene where they do where he's trying to get him to ask, or he's trying to either ask to be invited for a party, and Hank comes in the room pretending like he has boxing tickets for the same night, or like he's trying to offer boxing tickets. I wonder if we can find it. There's also one where he and he goes in his pocket and he's like, so Larry Sanders calls him out on it, being like, let me see the tickets, let's go. And he goes, huh? He goes, let me see the tickets, I'd love to go with you. And he's like, I'm butchering this, by the way. If you find it, it's unbelievable.
All right. I'm sure we've seen the scene.
I'm sure you have.
But
it's them at the office. Anyway, but he goes in his pockets and he only has pills, and he like has to embarrass him, be like, I don't have the tickets.
I love. I just watched one where he has this long scene with Gloria Steinem, and it's so painful.
Hank Kingsley does?
Yeah, and there's this long talk, and he's just like, I just want you to know, I'm a feminist. I think women can do anything men can do. He goes, men, we're a little bit stronger. Has to throw that in, and she's just in hell for like that whole minute, and then she walks away, and he turns to his receptionist and goes, she's got a great ass.
It's
brilliant.
It's just perfect.
Apatow wrote on that show. There were so many great writers on that show.
Oh yeah, everybody like young Piven, young Duchovny, young
Sarah was on that show. Sarah did that show.
Todd Barry the other day. Like, this is amazing.
I just saw Todd Barry in L.A.
Yeah,
a L.A. sighting of Todd Barry is very rare.
That's gross.
Very rare.
It doesn't even sunlight.
This is it. This is exactly it.
Wow. All right, Peters.
I can't believe you found it. This is the exact scene.
I hope you're sitting down.
Oh, geez, I am sitting down.
Well, then, don't get up, because I have here...
So good.
For tonight's Holy
Timbre.
fight, and I would like to bring... you.
Let me see him. That's great. Let me see him. Let me see him. God, thanks. Let me see. This is... He's invited me.
Please invite me to your party. Tickets, there are no tickets.
Hank, I was just going to invite you when you came in.
Hey now.
Great.
Oh, so good. That is
So funny.
He's an amazing actor.
Yes.
Can you just imagine? This is some sappy shit, but Seinfeld and Gary started basically around the same time. They kind of came up together.
Did they?
Both did.
Yeah, Carson, yeah.
Very paralleled careers stand-up wise, and they really fell in love with each other and became fast friends. They both get a sitcom. This is in the same lot, Seinfeld and Larry Sanders Show, and so they got to do the shows together, and then both win Emmys together. I mean, it's pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were tight.
That's amazing. I know he did. So Shandling did these things on the DVD. If you get this black box set of it, where he did these incredible interviews with people from the show, but they were like slow, patient interviews, and he wanted them. If they felt uncomfortable, that's what they were. If they he just let them be what they were, and they let them play for a long time. And there are amazing. Some of the coolest interviews ever, because he's interviewing comics, he's interviewing actresses like Sharon Stone and like all these people that did the show.
They dated for a while too.
Did they?
Yeah.
And then I think he did it with Seinfeld, or I think he did it with Seinfeld. Yeah, right?
I've seen that.
Or was that maybe that was Seinfeld's coffee?
No.
It was way before that.
Yeah.
Before that.
And then he did one with Seinfeld, but those are the cool, especially if you like
Coolest.
comedy. The cool. He did one with Tom Petty and was like he was boxing with Alec Baldwin.
Comfortable.
The Alec Baldwin one.
Yeah, Baldwin's like kind of trying to alpha.
But he kept it in because he's he always talked. I remember when he did he would always talk about keeping everything in. He's like, yeah, but like even instead of editing it down, what if we just let the whole thing breathe? Let people understand how we got there. Let it be uncomfortable for a bit. When he went near the end, I remember he always was pitching that. Like, he was talking about how people would edit stuff down. Like even when he was doing interviews or like a thing, he was like, how fun if you just kept that whole thing in and see what it felt like.
It was kind of
That's
before,
what podcasts are.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's before podcasts, so seeing that kind of stuff was so rare. I remember on the bench there in the park, and Seinfeld's like, don't you hate when everybody says comedians are depressed? Like people driving bread trucks aren't depressed. Come on, get the hell out of here. And he goes, I'm sensing rage. And fucking broke up. It was great.
It's great.
He's the king. Yeah. He's the best
He's the
delivery.
king. He's the best guy ever. I miss him so much.
Another nerdy comedy nugget. Have you seen the Ricky Gervais interview with him?
Yes. By the way, and Ricky
so
went
good.
to his house before he was supposed to.
Yes.
Like in real life, he went to his house.
He's annoyed.
Yes, he should be.
Yeah, and he kind of calls him out. It's all on tape.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's nothing that isn't out there, but I think they were supposed to interview each other for each other's things.
Yes.
And Ricky kind of set up and like did everything, and like he didn't have his contacts in yet, or you know what I mean? Like it was like
Pull that up if you can.
it was like
pretty cringe.
It was.
It is.
It wasn't. I don't think it was handled the best way.
And Gervais does that big high-pitched laugh, and he goes, are you really mad? Are you actually mad? And he's like, yeah, I'm mad. It's great.
You got to find that's in his house.
There it is. It's part one, because it's right in the beginning. So you can skip all the makeup bullshit, and if you get right to when he gets in the house.
We should have gifted you YouTube Premium. Why did we give you a freaking Theragun?
But didn't he say also that like The Office couldn't exist unless Sanders came out?
Oh, wow.
I think that's what Ricky said.
Nice feather in your cap.
That's what I think Ricky said.
Yeah, you're probably right, because look, he just put
No
side
laugh
by
track.
side.
A lot of those kind of awkward, just let it play out scenes. I mean,
Right. Wow, he's so young and chubby.
Yeah, it's
Here
his
he
kitchen.
is. He's in the house. Such an LA house.
It's his living room.
is it like a British thing to wear the muscle tee when you don't have muscles? Because that was like a Simon Cowell thing too.
Oh, yeah.
Going through his fridge. That's crazy.
Oh, here it is.
Why did you bring that home without looking? How did you?
He's already directing.
It's your house.
Why was that you that was looking this way?
No.
Who was looking right here when I was walking in? When I was standing out there, didn't you see that I was coming walking in?
No.
Was that you?
No.
Hold on. Before I shake your hand and say. First you said no, that wasn't me.
I didn't see you. I
Well,
swear
now
I
you're
didn't see
changing
you.
the story to
No, I
that
didn't.
was me.
He's like a lawyer.
I didn't see you.
That's true. But you said, is it you that looked out there? What I was doing was talking to my producer that was here.
Right, because you were standing about here looking this way.
Yeah. Well, there's the way to tell if it was me or not.
Don't touch me.
Did it look like me? If it looks like me,
And it smells like you.
then it might have been me.
I doubt that it's you.
What are you doing?
It's my contact lenses. I know that's why I have these on. These are my prescription sunglasses.
Okay. Hi.
Pleasure to see you.
Garry Shandling.
I've never met Ricky before, so this is actually
Thrill?
uncomfortable
Great.
and yet exciting, because there will never be, as they say, this first moment again when I meet you the first time.
Well, where do you want to do this interview then? Like, I'm not
I don't know why the kitchen sink isn't so bad.
All right. We can keep going. But yeah, these Ricky Gervais. He does the one with Larry David. They're all great.
Amazing.
Shandling is the king.
The best. I miss him so much.
Yeah.
So fun.
Well, I mean, what was your relationship like with him?
I mean, we would see each other every week for a long time. He had a basketball game. So like we went there. Sarah was the one who invited me over there for the first one. And I was really young. I just moved to LA, and Sarah played my sister in a movie. And I played basketball. Back then I played basketball a lot. Like multiple times a week. My favorite thing to do. And then you get older and your knees hurt more.
Sure.
And, it becomes harder to do. And so we never talk business. We all just like do like whatever. When we're playing, everybody's really trying, really playing. And then afterwards we'd all watch sports together, and we'd that's when we do bits and everything. And the funniest people in the world are just in the room. And then, it becomes normal after a while because you're there every week. But he was the best. I could text him. I could talk to him about stuff.
Wow.
Have like real conversations. We go on hikes and talk about real stuff. He's very he just has a grasp on life and even looking at things. It's in such like a level that's so much more zoomed out than most other people. So you just want to listen to him and stuff like that. Do you want to hear a sappy? I'll tell you. You said,
please sap it up.
Okay, so when he passed away, it was very sad, and
He died.
he did die. Did you? You didn't kill him, right?
No, it wasn't me.
All right, wasn't you? Okay, so there's a funeral, and there was this crazy funeral where like everybody from Sanders was there. It was crazy. And then afterwards, I ate with Wayne Fetterman and Sarah, and we were like talking about Garry. It was amazing. Wayne had known him forever. Sarah had known him forever. And then I went home. I know this is probably not the right audience for this, but
Please.
I went home and I lived in like a small apartment, and I had a guitar, and I thought, I said, I'm gonna do this. Is so stupid. I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I said, okay, Garry, if you're there, I know this is stupid. I can't believe I'm saying this. You're dead. I'm even thinking. I remember even saying, I was like, why would you fucking haunt me? You have so much people that you're closer than I am. But if you're here, like, do something or make me understand that you're here. And I sat down for like 30 seconds, and obviously nothing happened. And I started cracking up so loud, being like, oh my God, if he was here, that's exactly what he would fucking do. That's so funny. And then my guitar made a noise on the other side of the fucking room.
No.
After I laughed and was like, of course, my guitar made a noise. Nobody was near it. It was just me in the apartment.
Yee.
Crazy.
That's beyond.
And I immediately called Sarah and was like, you'll never fucking, this is insane.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Kooky.
Very kooky. Kooky, one more.
Dookie? Good album.
Way off.
Shit. Well, last nugget on Shandling, and then I'll put it to bed.
Please.
Do you see the documentary about him?
Yeah.
Apatow made it's
It was
great.
great.
Gorgeous.
My favorite.
Every doc he's made on comedy lately has been.
Yeah,
the
Apatow
Carlin
is.
one was
Yeah.
so good too.
He is someone who loves comedy.
The first half is always great. But, so, he always does two-parters. But, okay. Funny people, four-parter. But,
Now you can't get him on the podcast. What are you doing?
oh, we've had him many times.
Oh, okay.
He's a friend.
There you go.
friend.
But he told his wife wanted to get married, or his girlfriend wanted to get married. We got to get married. We got to get married. You know,
Gary did.
yeah. Gary's girlfriend's like, we have to get married. You're like 48.
Linda.
Was that it? Was that it?
Maybe. Keep going.
So he's like, I don't want to get married. I'm scared. She's like, you got to marry me. And he goes, how about this? I'll marry you when the house is finished being built. And she was like, done. That works. And he's like, all right. And he kept adding wings to the house just to get out of the marriage. He was like, oh, the pool's not done. Oh, we got to, the garage is halfway. And then she'd be like, well, the garage is done. He's like, I added a guest room to the third floor. Like, so he kept building, and then he died.
That's so funny. Yeah, his house was never done. He always
you
talked about
go.
how much more work he had to do to his house.
What a great loophole.
That is a
so
commitment
funny.
phobe. That is crazy.
I love it.
That's so
you love
funny.
it because
I'm a commitment phobe.
Yeah.
I caved because I can't afford to build more house. But
Ran out of things to build.
yeah, but so cool.
I love this as a love fest for Gary. What a cool thing, because a
It's
lot of
cool.
people probably that listen to you probably don't even know about Larry Sanders
know.
or
I
stuff.
think a lot of them know. We have a lot of comedy nerds.
All right, good.
Yeah, I mean,
An incredible stand-up too. We haven't even talked about a
Incredible.
stand-up. He was
Incredible.
so strong.
if you haven't seen the Larry Sanders Show, that's your rec for this week.
You
It's
got
a
that
great-
right.
Great show.
Amazing show.